Hey guys, this is another top 10 most impactful heroes of 2025. It's been a crazy year, but first than anything, Merry Christmas, everyone! I hope you guys had an awesome Christmas Eve and you're right now having an amazing Christmas with your family and all that good stuff. Awesome, guys. Super awesome stuff, guys. Now, for 2020, well, out of all the top 10 most impactful heroes, this has been the one that has been like changed the most. Because there's been so many strong changes in 2025. One hero is released, everything changes. The developers decide to make events like speedrun only a specific color for you to actually attack a specific enemy. And that has changed how you actually play PvE in so many ways. So it is going to make less priority on PvE, because if it's only one hero that can only be used on yellow, for example, it's not going to be as impactful as a hero that you're going to be able to use on all colors and all that stuff and things like that. So this top 10 may feel like more versus towards PvP, but the thing is that there's so much variety now. When you're actually going on PvE, it's going to be less of the heroes you have and more of the combinations of heroes that you're actually going to use there. Or there's one little hero that is super powerful in green, but not good in all the other different colors. So I'm going to take that. I took all that into account when making this list, for sure. So there's so many awesome heroes right now since 2025. It's no joke, guys. However, my top 10, every single one, I think it's really freaking impactful because there's a lot of competition, and any one of these heroes are going to be amazing in your teams for sure. So let's start with the number 10 most impactful hero, and my choice for number 10 is going to be Ryan Gay's frickin' Who. Believe it or not, this hero is free. Well, free-ish, because you still gotta... If you play the game, you'll be able to get her. If you pay a little, you're gonna get her faster. But you can get this hero for free if you play the game. So yeah, she is very impactful in the way that she goes off. It's apocalypse. Everybody dies. She's even incredibly powerful in PvE in bosses. Yeah, she does a lot of freaking damage. And Blue needed a hero that does a lot of damage, and Who does a lot of freaking damage. It's not even funny. In PvE, her on defense, the thing that you want the most not to happen is for her to not go off. She goes off, it's a freaking apocalypse. Pretty much every single time. If your team is not strong enough and you are frosted, yeah, it's gonna be a freaking apocalypse, man. It's no joke. The main reason why I decided to put her in number 10, that even though she's so powerful, her weapon is freaking crazy, and it even gets mana starting to fight and all that. The thing is that she is still be able to be stopped by Lumimbre, and Lumimbre is a problem hero in the meta in PvP. So if she does not go off, she doesn't do anything. So that's the main reason why I decided to put her down. But that does not mean that she is not powerful here. She's incredibly powerful in PvP and in PvE. In many teams, you're going to notice that the most one that you're going to fight against red bosses and things like that, she's going to be the one that's going to do the most damage, because she is the highest damage dealer for Blue in PvE in the entire freaking game, no questions asked, and she's free. That's what I like the most. Anybody can get her to +5, anybody can upgrade her. It's a win-win for everyone. So yeah, definitely a very powerful hero for sure, guys. Now, for my number 9, this hero, this hero is a must for every single player in the entire freaking game. Even if you're broke, like most of us, even if you can pay a little bit or can pay a bunch of money, you want this hero. Even if he's +0, and you know what I'm talking about, is the one and only Director N. Any player that doesn't have Director N in their arsenal, even if it's +0, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're thinking. You gotta get this hero. She complements, she fixes, she revolutionizes your team in so many ways. She is so good that you can even go on the attack without an energy weapon, without stone weapons, and you just wait a few turns and she'll go out for free. And she'll give mana to your entire freaking team, if they're purple, of course. And that changes a lot of things. And when you're fighting against Lumimbre, she goes out for free. She fixes the mana that Lumimbre sucks in. So yeah, Director N not only is good for purple, she's amazing with red teams and other types of combinations that uses her faction specifically. And specifically for red, she has a lot of freaking synergy. And all the things that I just mentioned, you can do it at +0. That is the crazy thing about her. At +1, she gives some stones and 25 freaking attack. I mean, she revives here, but whatever. This gives her. This is the main reason why you should get her to +5, because once you actually get her to +5, you'll be able to protect your team by her activating for free from control effects. So that's super powerful. And buff 2 of your heroes. 30% crit chance and crit damage. So that will change the amount of damage you do, especially in PvE. She's going to help your team do a lot more damage because of that and make them go out. So what else do you want, man? Director N is, yeah, everybody got to get this hero. There's no question about that. Now, my number 8 option, my God, every single one of these heroes are crazy. My number 8 option of all these is... this hero is a nightmare to fight against if you don't have rounds. Sylphris! Frickin' Sylphris. Not only is she does a bunch of damage in PvP, she is your win con in many situations. I've had so many situations when I fight in blue that my Luna dies and I have Sylphris. I depend on Sylphris to win me the fight because she has the ability to literally murder heroes that even though they are immortal, as long as they get all the debuffs that you need to do that. They get frozen, they don't do anything. And when they don't do anything, you win. That's it. You win because sooner or later they're gonna die, and in combination with Lumimbre, there's a lot of synergy with Sylphris. Very, very difficult, very powerful hero to have in PvP, and not only in PvP, in PvE as well. And the main reason is because of her own weapon, because her weapon is going to give 30% crit chance, but with her equipping, it's going to be 30% crit chance and 60% crit damage. So effectively, that's going to raise your damage by 60% on all the damage you're doing with her weapon. I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, very powerful hero. Do not underestimate her at all. I don't know what happened there. My internet just got crazy for a second there. And it's now reconnecting. That is weird. Very, very freaking weird. Now are you going to give me the weapon? Give me the weapon. There we go. 60% crit chance. So that crit chance, 30% crit chance, 60% crit damage. So that's 60% crit damage. That's going to be the difference between doing very little damage or really high amounts of damage in your blue team when you're attacking versus bosses. And specifically when you're using Rhyme Gaze Ahu, that's going to raise her attack, her damage by a lot because her weapon is already giving her 90% crit damage. So yeah. You can definitely use her on PvE. It's going to do a lot of damage to the enemies, and your entire team is going to do more damage thanks to her weapons skills there. So yeah, very powerful hero. Win con by a lot. I try to use her all the time. There's certain teams that dodge does not kill, so I bring her in with Yuki, and that's gonna do a lot of stuff here for sure. Yuki and her together is Apocalypse and Lumimbre, of course. There's a lot of synergies with blue there with her. All right, so for my number 7 option, this hero. This hero was hated very much because he was created by the name of a political figure in the United States. So you know who I'm talking about. Even though he had a car and they took away his freaking car, up until this day, he has still been an absolute monster of a hero, and that is Tesseron. This guy is a nightmare in so many ways. If you know how to buff him when you're actually playing with him, if you make sure that you have all the badges that actually raises your attack by 50% as well, that is going to help you make him do a lot of damage, passive damage, debuffs, no shields. There's a lot of things that he does, a lot of things, and it will bring you to victory as long as you use him correctly in that situation. And what I love about Tesseron is that even though that he is a monster in PvP, he's also an absolute monster in PvE as well. Every single time I use him in versus yellow bosses, he is one of the heroes that does the most amount of damage because I'm combining his weapon and Director and a +5, giving 30% crit chance, crit damage, and other things in the team that is also doing more damage and more damage and more damage, and he's gonna lure the defense on the enemy. So that's gonna raise the damage even more in PvE. So he's definitely good in PvE. And definitely very freaking powerful in PvP, especially in a team that has a lot of purples. That's going to raise his defense penetration by a lot, and that goes the actual damage goes directly to the life of the enemy. So yeah, he is very powerful. Do not underestimate Tesseron. Do not underestimate this guy, or you're going to be freaking dead. That's for sure. Now, for my number 6 hero out of all these options, this hero has been an absolute nightmare for a lot of people ever since she was released. And you know what I'm talking about. It's freaking Messenket. Messenket is one of those heroes that I recommend 100% to at least get to +3. Because once your team has shields, they're going to get 50% crit chance. Let me see. 50% base critical chance and 100% base critical damage. But honestly, all the times that I've tested up until this day, it does not feel like a base critical chance. It feels like straight up crit chance. When I have her on the team and everybody has shields, I only see red numbers everywhere. That is more than 50% crit chance. That is a lot of crit chance. And the crit damage. So your entire team gets buffed by a lot. It's pretty much making your entire team do 100% more damage, but pretty much at that point. Maybe they changed it ever since I tested, but I still don't see the difference. Everybody's still taking sick amount of damage every single time I have Messenket on my team. Every single freaking time, especially in PvE. In PvE, damage is insane. Damage is incredibly powerful. Even if you're only fighting a boss that is only one target, her ability to give crit chance and crit damage to your entire freaking team will change your game by a lot, guaranteed. Guaranteed by Corventa, she will change your game for sure, guys. So yeah, very, 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 very powerful hero. Do not underestimate Messenket. And I'm pretty sure none of the heroes that I mentioned anybody's underestimating, because they're so freaking powerful. It is no joke, guys. Now, the next hero, my God. The only reason I'm pretty sure that I added her last year. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty much sure I did, because she's just that friggin' powerful. But now, and she was released really early. But I still decided to add her. I decided to add her again this year, because she has proven 10 times even more that she should have been in the list for last year's as well. And that is the all-powerful frickin' Naya, guys. Naya has proven herself to be an incredibly powerful hero, especially now that we fight versus teams that one-shot you in the very first turn that you're playing the game. The ability to make your team not die by one-shotted right starting out the fight, that will determine if you're going to win or lose in PvP. So much. And the main reason why I decided to add her in the position number 5 is so many teams depend on her to protect the most powerful heroes that they have in their entire arsenal, making sure that they do not die, making sure that they stay around enough to destroy the enemy. I mean, that is key. When you see a hero that is used everywhere to make sure that their win cons win, that is a hero that is definitely super important, super impactful in the meta, because that's the hero that's gonna glue everything together and make sure that the team that you're using is going to win, is going to survive, and gonna soak in as many attacks in war and summon and all that good stuff. And Naya makes that happen. I mean, Gar with Naya next to her is no joke. Gar seems like he's not gonna die. Luna next to Naya feels that she is not gonna die. I mean, yeah, that is just how powerful. Her realms are amazing, although there's so many ways to get around her realm, but the ability for her to get her mana back over and over and over and over again, yeah, that makes her even more annoying, more problematic. She's a very versatile, very powerful, very needed hero in a meta that everybody wants to kill a specific hero, and she makes sure that those heroes do not die. That is just how important she is. Naya is wanted by everyone, anyone, just to make sure that their team does not die and survive enough so they can actually do their thing. So yeah, Naya is a very, very, very impactful hero for sure. Now, out of all the heroes, the number 4, this is one of the heroes that when he was released, I totally underestimated him, and I regretted it ever since. But not only I regretted it, I've noticed that the game, he's the solution to so many things in the game right now that I regret not getting him. But now I got him, and I'm really happy that I really got him to +5, and that is the all-new, all-powerful Aurelion. Even though Aurelion, I've noticed that he's been used less and less on defense than before, that does not mean that takes away the power, the impactfulness of this guy. This guy is so powerful that he's able to go off in the very first turn, as long as you have his own weapon. If you have his own weapon, especially at 90, he's always going to go off for free on the very first turn, and he's going to put the debuff over and over and over again to reduces 5% attack, 5% defense, and that's going to stack. And 50% less attack and 50% less defense is going to change the game for anyone, any team that you fight against, for sure. That's going to change a lot of things. For sure, guys. That's going to make a team that's going to look like it's invincible. It's going to make it look like it's beatable. And that will change your game for sure. That is impactful stuff, guys. Recently, I fought against a Gar team that I thought that I was going to die. Because when you're fighting against Scar, it doesn't matter if you're like 50, 60, 70k more power. You're going to get destroyed, and you're going to regret fighting him over and over again. However, Aurelion has the ability to make sure that that does not happen. And I'm going to... and this is the only hero that I'm going to show you a quick footage, because I recently got that from my last war that I fought. So yeah, I'm... check it out, guys.
Follow my call. Strike together.
It's magic time.
Follow my call. Strike together. Follow my call. Strike
So as I said, guys, I thought that that was my last attack. Yellow is one of my weakest colors. And when I say weakest color, I'm talking about resonance. Yellow, 65, 65. So between all the colors, that's my weakest color, and my resonance here at 9. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try to kill 1 or 2 heroes. Let's see what happens. And that happens. I literally murdered the guard team. And the guard team felt so easy to take down. And he was able to go the first turn, and more and more attack and defense were sucked in. And also your own team gets buffed as well. And the stuns over and over and over and over. The power of Aurelion, you can't ignore it, guys. Even though he's not used so much in defense now, you gotta bring him in on your attack teams. He will change your game. And in PvE, he is irreplaceable. I discovered that it is replaceable on the attack, because learn the attack and defense of the enemy. That's going to raise your attack tenfold. And also with his weapon, going the very first turn, you'll be able to go off the very first turn, and that's going to help you a lot in events. So you can actually get the highest scores as possible. Pretty much all the events now, well, most of the events now, want you to do things the first turn. And when you're doing it the first turn, you have the highest amount of probabilities of getting the high score when you're fighting all that. So you're going to get more rewards from PvE. You'll be able to eliminate heroes that are almost impossible to eliminate in PvP. So yeah. Aurelion is a really powerful hero to have, and definitely impactful. My yellow team would never do what you saw in that fight without Aurelion. So that's just how impactful this guy is, for sure. Now, we are on the top 3 most impactful heroes in 2023, and number 3, guys. This hero, I wouldn't say that it's so good in PvE. She does have a few uses there. However, she is so freaking impactful. She has changed so many attacks, so many defenses. It's Luna, guys. Luna with her weapon at +3 is she is so impactful that even the teams that usually you see around a lot of like Gar and things like that, they started adding the new hero Hemora on the left side of their teams, because Hemora goes off and she is going to dispel the dodge buff from Luna, and that's going to help them destroy your Luna team. But even if that is the case, if you use Luna with a few more heroes from her faction, which is Hemora and Shadow Luca, and you make sure that she goes off before that, that's going to help you destroy that pesky Gar team with the power of Luna. And Luna on defense, she is... if you play sloppily, she is going to destroy you, because with the abilities from her dodge, from her Luna, from her badges, from her dodge, you're getting pretty much that's 8 and 19 mana, like 64% more attack, if I'm not mistaken, additional to all the attack that she's getting, and additionally to the actual buff that she actually got. So yeah, there's a lot of things to like about Luna in PvP. On the attack, she's freaking amazing. She's one of the best ways to take down Gar on defense, and other teams as well. And on defense, you're gonna use her all the freaking time. Just in my opinion, just make sure to add a few more heroes from her own faction. So even if she does get her buff dispel from dodge, you'll be able to get 20% more dodge on top of everything, and everybody on your team is able to dodge the damage from there. So yeah, Luna is incredibly powerful. A lot of synergies with a lot of heroes. With blue, putting her next to Naya, as I said before, is incredibly powerful, man. It's crazy stuff, guys. And the best thing about Luna, and she is number 3 on my list, you can get her for free. For free, just by playing the game, and the weapon's gonna be a little bit harder, but you also can get the weapon for free if you play the game enough. So yeah, highly recommend it. Well, it is. There's no reason why you shouldn't get Luna. Even if blue is your weakest color, the ability to dodge and all that is gonna change your game for sure, guys. So yeah, you gotta get Luna. It's not recommended. You gotta get Luna, guys. There's no way around it. Now, for the top two, I have to think this one a little bit more than usual because, yeah, these two heroes. But I finally decided to just go for it. Number 2 out of all these is definitely Lumimbre. Lumimbre, ever since he, whatever. I say he because in the story she said she's a girl, but the developer says she's a boy, so I honestly don't care. Lumimbre is an absolute monster of a hero. Ever since this hero has been released, this hero changed the meta. There was heroes that were good before Lumimbre, and then Lumimbre came in and made those heroes completely useless. And then another set of heroes were starting to get used because of Lumimbre. Because if you're not able to go off and you're not able to activate skills, the hero is useless. It doesn't matter how good it is. And Lumimbre made that meta-changing situation for us. So Lumimbre has revolutionized PvP, revolutionized everything that we believe, think, and analyze about PvP. And yeah, that, my friends, is impactful for sure, guys. I mean, yeah. Oh, my throat, Jesus. my throat is killing me right now, but it doesn't matter. Let's go, guys. Let's continue. And in PvE, if your team has one single hero that is doing all the damage, usually you're going to bring in Lumimbre to buff even more your Yahoo, to do even more damage to the boss, to the enemy, whatever, in PvE. So yeah, Lumimbre is definitely going to be a hero that's going to definitely be used in PvE if that's your situation. And also, if you want the enemies to go off slower, she's going to suck the mana out of there. So that's, yeah. Lumimbre is very freaking powerful. I don't even know why I'm saying it. Everybody should know that Lumimbre is freaking powerful. She's a plague in PvP. I see Lumimbre everywhere. I mean, my God. Lumimbre is a game changer of game changers, guys. And if you don't have Lumimbre, at least at +1... at least a +3. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, man. Yeah, everybody should get Lumimbre for sure. It's just that freaking powerful. And last, but obviously not least, there is no other option but Gar, man. Gar has made PvP the most annoying, the most stressful meta ever in the entire history of the game. When you release a hero that in the very first turn, it wipes the entire enemy team, yeah, that is freaking powerful. And not only that, he turns into a freaking dragon. Oh my God, that is so freaking cool. Oh my God, I just want this guy to just to be able to just turn him into a freaking dragon. That is so freaking cool, so freaking fun. And I have him at +4, so no. So yeah. So Gar, I mean, even him at +4, I'm able to use him in so many ways. In PvE, I'm able to use in the very first turn and eliminate enemies. In events, I'm able to go in the first turn and do more damage and things like that and get even better results and things like that. So even if he's higher in Awakenings, he's absolutely freaking destructive at +7. And most likely is going to do a lot of things in PvE, getting you the highest scores possible in events and things like that. And PvP, breaking shields, killing heroes that are supposed to be immortal. And the best thing of all, and he doesn't use mana. So he's immune to Lumimbre. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that Gar is absolutely broken, absolutely crazy. I mean, and even in speedrun, in the very first 3 fights, you could only use the specific color that was assigned to actually eliminate the enemy, but Gar could be used on those 3 ones. So yeah, even theirs, you can use them 3 times. So that's a hero that you can actually use even more than other heroes that are good in PvE. So yeah, I mean, there's no way around it, guys. Gar is by far the most impactful hero of 2025 And I just hope they release him again, because we had the opportunity to get him high. We have him available for 4 frickin' months. I really regret not getting him into +5 to turn into a frickin' dragon. Let's be honest. This is a game, guys, and turning a hero into a frickin' dragon is frickin' fun. Let's be honest. Come on. So even that, he is superior in actually doing that. So yeah. I mean, that is definitely the best option for sure, guys. And if you're wondering why I didn't choose Tatiana, even though she's another white hero, just because a hero is white doesn't mean that she's impactful. I'm not seeing the impactfulness yet. Maybe when I see her +7 and whatever. Honestly, I really want to see her in teams that are monocolor, and I keep seeing her being used on teams that are multicolored. So once I see her alone without Gar and 4 other heroes that are the same color as the one of the mechanics, because her mechanics actually work with a specific color when she's at +5, and that's got maybe a team that maybe teams that are specifically working to actually do all these amazing things here, like Red Echo, red team for Red Echo, green team, blue team for blue Aegis, yellow for yellow, purple for purple, and things like specifically like Tesseron and doing damage directly to the live. There are heroes in purple who do this, and Tatiana can help you do this, but I swear that I don't see anybody actually taking advantage of these echo things on monocolor teams. So maybe when somebody finally gets the hint, and if you didn't notice, I'm telling you right now the hint, try this hero with mono teams to see if she can actually be impactful. Because the way that people are using it, I don't think it's going to be impactful. And for now, yeah. Since I'm not seeing the impactfulness, I cannot add her on my top 10. So for those that said, I'm going to stop playing the game because there's another white hero. No. You screwed up, man. You screwed up big time. For sure. All right, guys. That is pretty much it. If you have any questions, family concerns, please leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. All right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.